Hi folks, and welcome back to another Philosophy Club. So this week we're going to talk about brains and also experience. And we're going to start off today with a thought experiment called Mary the Colour Scientist, devised by Frank Jackson. This is Mary. Say hi to Mary. Mary lives in a black and white room. Everything in the room is black and white, including her screens, the furniture. We're going to imagine her clothes are too, because I wasn't able to make those black and white. But you get the idea. Mary has lived her whole life in this room. But Mary is also a scientist. She studies colour. She's a colour scientist. So she knows everything there is to know about colour, from the physics of light to the biology of the eye and the optic nerve to the processes in the occipital lobe in the brain. One day, after living her whole life in this black and white room, Mary is able to leave. Good for her. You go, Mary. She leaves the room and sees the world full of colour for the first time in all its glory. Now, the question we want to ask today is, did Mary learn anything new about colour on this day? What do you think? Pause the video while you answer. Okay, so we're going to look at two answers to this question. There are plenty more, but we only have time for two. So, on the one hand, you could say no. Mary knew everything there already was to know about colour from her studies. Going outside didn't change that, so she didn't learn anything new. If you said this, you might belong to the group of people who think that everything that goes on in the brain, or what we call mental states, can be explained by physical facts. You might say that every feeling or experience, even if we aren't able to now, can be measured or explained scientifically. That all our feelings of what it is to be like ourselves can be described by the extremely complex processes in the brain and body. Or, on the other hand, you could say yes. Mary's experience of colour was different from her knowledge of colour. And if you said yes, you might belong to the group of people that thinks that not everything that goes on in the brain can be explained by physical facts or processes. That there is something extra to our experience of what it is to be us that cannot be captured by physical descriptions of what is going on in the brain. Which has interesting implications if it's true. So imagine a few decades in the future when brain mapping might be so good that we could accurately map everything that was going on in the human brain of someone else. So take, for example, we could map this man thinking of a red car, but all we would see are the chemical processes happening in his brain rather than his actual experience of thinking of a car. Or, to put it more simply, we just wouldn't know what it felt like to be that person. We could map it and imagine it, sure, but would we really know? So what does this mean if science can't completely explain our experiences as we experience them? Well, as mentioned above, we might not be able to know what it felt like to be someone else, or even other animals or non-human animals. But more than this, it means that there might be whole parts of the universe that we cannot experience, because even if we had the science, it would be beyond the limits of our experience. On the other hand, perhaps we just lack the imagination. Just because our science isn't near completely mapping and replicating processes in the brain doesn't mean that at some point in the future we could not only map the brain but create a machine that would completely reproduce one person's experience to another. How such a machine might work is beyond me, but it's imaginable. Classic sci-fi author Arthur C. Clarke said, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic," and to us now, such a machine might seem like wizardry, but how many things dreamt of in the imagination were later made real by science? Quite a few, I'd imagine. So now that we've discussed it a little, what do you think? Have you changed your mind? Are you still in one camp over the other? Did Mary learn anything new? Can experiences be completely explained by scientific knowledge, or is there something else to mental states that science still can't explain? And what do you think of the consequences of each of these positions? Which sounds more hopeful for the future to you? Okay, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Thanks for watching. We'll be back to you next week. In the meantime, take care.